What was the worst video game ever made? This is INFOGEM's top 10 worst video games ever made. Make sure you stay around to find out what's on the list.
Holy Grail.
We are going to move straight into number 10. And at number 10 for us, we have, wait for it, Aquaman, Battle for Atlantis on the GameCube. Now, this game was named the worst GameCube game ever and inspired G4's Golden Mullet Award based on the hairstyle of one of the evil bosses in this game. The Golden Mullet Award is given to the worst game of the year, and it all started with Aquaman. At number 9 on the SNES and Sega Genesis, we have Shaq Fu. Now, how bad is this game? It's widely considered by many experts to be the worst fighting game of all time, and it needed Shaq's image to make sure it didn't completely bomb. The story is idiotic. Shaq is in Japan and learns Kung Fu to save the world. Really? The controls suck, gameplay sucks, and this is on almost every top 10 list of worst video games ever made. The game was so terrible that there's an actual website of people whose mission is to buy every copy and destroy it. They will pay you for your copy of the game and then destroy it. That's dedication, and that's worthy of a place on our all-time bad game list. Number 8 is a PC game, and it's FBI Hostage Rescue. The introduction starts out promisingly enough with a full brief, decent-looking opening graphics and a promise of good missions. And that's it. The game is the epitome of terrible programming and AI. The professional game players from GameStop said they never got past level 1. Hostages were stupid, would disappear into walls and thin air, and a ridiculous time limit will count down as you try to do an impossible mission. So, the graphics are terrible, controls far more complicated than they should be, the AI is junk, and the game is literally impossible, from as early as level 1. Number 7, we've got an Xbox game, Drake of the 99 Dragons. Early on, Xbox could just not get it right. Winner of the Golden Mullet Award, an award given out for the worst video game every year, as we've already mentioned, starting with Aquaman, the game was generally declared an even worse video game than Aquaman. And it was so bad, it gave them the idea for the Golden Mullet Award, of which the Aquaman game was named. There's nothing about this game that works. Not the fighting, not the graphics, not anything at all. The storyline doesn't even work. With how many early Xbox games were terrible, it's amazing that the system has survived long enough to hit its groove. Drake is one game that most likely will not be on the top of anyone's list to make Xbox 360 compatible. Awful. 6, we've got a game for the PlayStation, Bubsby 3D, The Forbidden Fruit, came out in 1996. This is also on the majority of top 10 horrible lists. The graphics and controls are terrible, and this is a blatant rip-off of Mario 64 with the stupid furry, whatever it is, yelling a cool hip line every 3 seconds. Wait for it. At number 5 on the 3DO, we've got Plumbers Don't Wear Ties. The 3DO is considered perhaps the worst video game platform ever. Many of the 3DO forums online brag about as owners of the 3DO, we gamers know about truly bad games. This bad game was bad for bad, by which all the terrible 3DO games were measured. It's the worst. Most people have never even heard of Plumbers. They're much luckier than the ones who have actually played the game. A sad attempt at a sim about plumbers trying to woo women. What a thrilling and exciting game that must be to play. Number 4, we've got Superman 64 for the Nintendo 64. Now, there hasn't been a good Superman game yet, but this one takes the cake of being the worst. Terrible cube-like graphics that were even worse than pixel games, a weird green haze over everything, and shoddy gameplay are just a few of the things that are wrong. An example. You're supposed to be able to throw cars. Only problem is, the game won't let you ever pick one up. This game was on Nintendo Power's list of 5 worst games ever, And this game even has an award named after it, the Superman 64 Award for Most Disappointing Game of the Year. Right, being a bit naughty at number 3 because it wasn't actually released, but it's got to be on the list anyway. It's Desert Bus. Now, it was going to be part of a mini game from an unreleased Penn and Teller video game that would have been released for Sega back in 1994. The game, however, is now downloadable to the PC, available as a download. But the idea behind the game, even if it was meant as a joke, and it isn't clear if it wasn't or not, is so bad that it belongs in the top 10. This game's very straightforward. You have to drive a bus through the desert from Tucson, Arizona to Las Vegas, Nevada. And in homage to accuracy, the entire trip is in real time. So that's a minimum of 8 hours. Even better, there's no scenery or traffic or anything on the road. Only one plain desert scene that never changes for 8 hours. At 5 hours of driving, one bug hits the windshield and becomes a green splatter. And the alignment is off just enough that the bus veers to the right just slightly. So it's impossible to just tap down a button and go and do something else. If you make it through 8 of the most boring and painful hours of your life, then you score 1 point. Number 2, we're basically lumping together any adult game by Atari. Especially notable, Burning Desire and Custer's Revenge. As far as not only being bad but being shameful, these are the worst games ever made. Even they're trying to peddle violent sexual fantasies to kids with those great Atari graphics, or the sheer stupidity of not catching what these games implied is just stunning. These are the types of games that give video gaming a bad name, and are by far and away the most shameful examples of games ever made. Not only do these games make almost every list of worst games ever, but when GameSpy magazine put together a list of the most shameful games ever, Custer's Revenge came in at number 1. There was nothing redeeming in any way about these games, and quite frankly, I'm amazed that they were ever produced and released. We are at number 1. What is the worst of the worst? Tell me, I'm going to tell you. It's E.T., the Extraterrestrial, released for the Atari 2600. This game was so terrible that even after 30 years of video gaming, it is still the consensus that it is the worst game ever. So many returned cartridges came back that they literally buried thousands upon thousands in the desert, piling concrete on top of it. That's not even a myth. You can look up online where the dump site is in the Nevada desert. This game was so bad, it single-handedly destroyed the Atari Corporation and almost destroyed video games, being the biggest single contributor to the video game crash of 1983. I mean, wow, how bad is that? Tell me. So that was our number 1. Thanks for watching our video. Make sure you give us the thumbs up, hit the subscribe button for more videos like this, and we'll catch you around soon. Take care now. Bye bye.